Welcome to another episode and video on my Arduino Yun. At least I still think that is the way you pronounce it. Y-U-N. Connected to a breadboard with a lot of electronics and to fischertechnik motor with propellers. Last time I rewired the two motors. I rewired them to get their signal not via the transistor anymore, but well, actually straight from the port. And now I noticed that there's some rewiring problem, so that's it. Anyway, it used to be that this wire was here, and it used to be that this wire was here, and now they are here, and they are here, and everything is working. With one big difference. It used to be that with this potmeter, when I turned it this way, that it sped up, and that way it slowed down. After rewiring, and I'm talking about this circuit with this motor, actually this motor, since the rewiring, it is completely the opposite way. So now it is completely turned down. I turn it up. Oh, which reminds me, I have to feed the console with some input. And you notice, by way of sound, also that it is totally slowed down. So yeah, this still doesn't help. Yeah, it does. With one remarkable thing, that this controls also this one, while this one is supposed to be the only one that controls it. So and something remarkable happens, not very nice. It breaks the connection again. Last time it did that as well a few times. I have no idea why, but I'll have to log in again. So I'm logged in again, giving input. And then, alright, now it is burning again, this LED. What happens when I press the button? Well, not much. So I'll have to put it entirely this way, left. Press the button, what happens? Nothing. I press this one and they both stop. I release. And again connection is closed. Why is that? Anyway, it's running. This one needs some assistance. And this deserves some investigation. So right now both signals from the potmeters are like this, and yeah, they respond nicely, but exactly the other way as supposed to. So now this one, the second potmeter. So yeah, why is this? I have no clue. But one of the most nagging things is that this potmeter should not be influencing that motor. It has been a while, but yeah, I have to find it out.
So, with this remarkable first test, it is time to find every potmeter, and this is the running full speed. For this potmeter full speed was already 0, and now for this one it is as well. But let's first of all see for analog in pin A0 and A2 being the potmeters. So where are they? That's a very good question. And how are they being dealt with? There's something with sensor value as well. Now the sensor switch, that is something different. And the C values was dealt with last time. And then what? Right, sensor value, potmeter is sensor value. So sensor value is indeed potmeter 1, sensor value 2 is then indeed for potmeter 2. What are their initial values? Well, right here. Sensor value and sensor value 2. Sensor value 2 is defined, no, that's output value is defined as 0. Here, sensor value is mapped to output value 1 and output value 3. So I need to look at these values. Output value 1 and 3. So here, this one is 0. Output value 1. And what happens? So analog out pin 6 is what? Pulse width modulation, most likely to the motor. So yes, that makes sense, since I press the sensor value switch, then switch is pressed, and the first motor is being put to 0, being quiet. Well, in the first test, in the last segment, you saw that I pressed this switch and the motor fell silent. This motor unfortunately as well, but most importantly this motor fell silent. If not being pressed, then log out pin 11 gets, that is for, no doubt for an LED. Towards, most likely, yeah, it is for an LED. Well, better be safe than sorry. Output pin 11. So let me measure this, and therefore I have to go here. A little handy mirror. Which one is 11? Right with this one, which goes here to this LED. So that is indeed the LED. Which is this one. NTC value, I don't care. I don't care. This is all NTC stuff. So, but this is output value 1. Where else is output value 1 coming? Right here. Output value 1. For sensor value 2, this is 0. Pin A1. But this is still potmeter 1. So this should be normal. And here, only here we get to do with the second potmeter. Do I have here an output value 1? No, I don't. So how come the influence? Do I have it here? No. Then it must be something in the algorithm. No other explanation possible. Here I see something as well, but it's C, not Python. So I'll have to delve deeper into the algorithm. Why does this potmeter influence both this one and this one? So since the second potmeter is not really in the second part of the software, it might be time to actually make this code look better. Does it matter? I don't know. So here should it be. So also here, and this should be here. Now can I, yeah, can increase the indent and decrease the indent so that I make it myself a bit easier. If I go down here, is this the same? It may, just maybe. So from here to here, decrease indent. Okay, what just happens? Yes, exactly that. So this looks more the way it should be. Although here, if the sensor switch is this and, oh right, this part is about the time that I wondered about these pins. So this black cable is from one signal to 2 ports, and then absolutely nothing. Then this one is from here. That is nice. And then here I see a different indent as well. So let's decrease the indent. Right. So this looks nice. Not that it will work any better, but to the eye, yes. And this is still going on. So, since I have not changed any software yet, and the reverse of the potmeter came because of the switch, the change location of this wire, and that's really this wire directly connected to the motor. The point is then this one, this potmeter, or the wiring anyway. Now I do have another one, although not really prepared for this stuff, but this one, the same type as this. So I could prepare it and replace the whole thing, but in working it will be the same. So is that much use? Maybe not really. Then back to the problem. Why are both motors influenced by one potmeter? Question is still valid. So let's give some input once again. Alright, let's see once again. So well, it is not entirely zero, but it is completely slowed down. Now pressing this button again, why doesn't it respond? It should. Pressing this button, it should respond. It did earlier. Right, so when I turn this off, oh, it already is off. Yeah. So what to do? Yeah, I have to think about this, how to deal with it. And I should give better comments in it. Always helps in debugging. I put some more comments in the code, and at the same time I looked for some peculiarities and find that there are actually none, except that I can say if sensor value is larger than 500, so this is sensor value, potmeter 1, this as well. So what I can do is making here an else if. Then another if, because sensor value is this is sensor value 2, which is the second potmeter. Going down, I have another one, so this is also else if. So this should really distinguish as two different things of sensor value 2 and sensor value. Will this solve it? Somehow I dare to doubt it. Before I upload, by the way, I have to put this to the correct board and to the correct port. And in this case it is network. So now it will do something. And what next? Well, another thing is that I removed these wires from here to here because this was supposed to be for the experiment with a lamp to the NTC, and that failed in my perspective, so no longer necessary to keep it. Also means that I have still this here, so actually this can go. NTCs are still there, not really used to remove it. Motors I did change last time already, so motors are skipping the transistor circuit here and transistor circuit here, as well as, well, not needed here, but it was the transistor circuit to the NTC, which I already had changed. Apart from that, no wiring issues between potmeter 1 and potmeter 2. Really separate. So with that, let's really upload stuff and see once again how it works out. I don't expect behavior really to have changed, although I now see that this one is stopped. Has stopped. Anyway, upload and see. Thank you for the warning. That should be behind comments. First time uploading here requires a password. Both motors stop, as well as this connection. And as soon as it uploads, this one starts again. Also a mystery, why does this motor always start? Will be in the code somehow, must be in the code, but I haven't found it yet. Well, not that I've paid much attention to it, but that's an entirely other matter. So with this feed, let's see whatever happens.
Last part for this video for some testing. I have added two probes. One probe right here for the wire to and I see I did a little miscalculation. This wire should not be here, but it should be right here. Entrance of the motor. Makes a difference. because I want to make a measure of the pulse width modulation to the motor, pulse width modulation to that motor, and at the same time slopes for this potmeter and that potmeter. So right now I have 4 channels, and I hope I have set them for slope and slope, so voltages and pulse modulation. So when I now give some input, things should actually happen. And let me change the time base. And now things happen a bit, and here it's strange because why doesn't it do anything? Alright, let me do it in a different way. I add a little iron to it, to the circuit. This one I put in the same line as for the wire. Then I hook up the probe. And then it gives a signal. Alright, so let's turn the potmeter. That helps. Turn potmeter number 2. Helps as well. So yes, all things are set the way I like it. Then I need this motor to run because there is some pulse width. Now it does. It still needs some persuasion. Let's call it that. And the other one is quite nicely working. So now once again I turn this one completely down. Up, that is. And now a very remarkable result. So this line is from the turned up potmeter. Well, turned down potmeter actually. Very fast. The other motor isn't. And it actually more or less stays that way. So it doesn't change at all. And that is what this signal proves. And as you can see, the blue lines correspond. Well, the potmeter should drive this signal, and it doesn't. While the other one, well, enough said. So, turn it completely down, button press, alright, other button press, also nothing. But so this shows that there's clearly a signal, and now there's some change, but not consistent. Anyway, There is still a mystery to solve. A very big one. Why are they now behaving like they more or less should, except that this one doesn't apparently influence this motor? None at all even. Pressing the button doesn't help. With this one, once again, totally turned that way. Pressing the button. No, really. Full speed. Alright. Totally turned low. Ah, now I notice there's no input anymore from the console. So, input given. Slow down. Now it should respond to this one, because this is button 1. Anyway, this is what it should look like. So, one more look at the oscilloscope. And, well, a circuit to be checked and corrected. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you like. Follow me on Twitter. Retweet and like. Leave a comment. Follow me on Instagram. And like. Leave a comment. Some of you do, and I appreciate it. Please donate to keep videos coming to you. More information at the start of this website. At the start of this video and on my website, and you can also become a patron to support me financially, making better videos. More information on my website, and if you become a patron, I will mention your name in some way, so people will know you are supporting me if you wish. Several degrees of being a patron. See my website, and this is going to be continued.